Good morning, everyone. My voice is clear. అయిపోయింది రాజా తిన్నాం. My voice is clear. All are able to see my screen? Check. Okay. So yesterday what we discussed? We discussed about interfaces, right? Interface contains only unimplemented methods. Okay, interface in the Java is a blueprint. Interface in a Java, it's a blueprint of the class that contains only abstract methods, right? After that, until the Java 7 version, after that static methods, default methods after Java 8, and constants. Okay, this is a simple definitions. You used to have to use the abstract and multiple inheritance. Okay, in the Java. Okay, these are all discussed yesterday, right? So what we discussed yesterday, what is the interface and their types, right? Now one more pinning. Yesterday we discussed about multiple inheritance. Anyone? Anyone? No? Only discussed about what we discussed, only inheritance we discussed, right? Okay, one more topic. Sorry. Enti? Interfaces. Yeah. So multiple inheritance we didn't discuss, right? Right. We didn't discuss. Just yesterday we discussed about only inheritance, how it is executing, right? Okay. In the inheritance concept, multiple inheritance is there. Multi-level already done, multiple inheritance not done, right? Okay, let me cover that one also today. In the inheritance that is pending, 2025, right? Okay, multiple inheritance, nothing but, let me go to this one. One class inheritance more than one class, right? This is nothing but multiple inheritance. Like suppose, we'll join now. Okay, see here, suppose interface, suppose this is one interface. In interface contained what? Abstract methods. Void, print, that's it. After that, close. This is called interface. Interface contains, we have to declare interface with the interface keyword. This is the interface identifier and abstract method. And one more thing, interface and show, just a class, and void the multiple inheritance through interfaces. Okay, so how we have to achieve means, take the class, let me take sample, then we have to give the implements keyword, then we have to write interface as a pre-override. Listen this one, this will concept will come, this override concept will implement that methods in the class only. After this override, just right after that logic. So here the point is class sample implements the interfaces, two interfaces. What is our interface name is pre, after that show. Clear? We just create the main method. In the main method we have to create the object for the, which one can I create? This is inheritance, so I have to create for the sample. Copy this one. We have to create this one. After that, I will give one reference variable like what can I do? Just I equal to new keyword. After that, class name. Then we know inheritance means all parent properties will come to child class. Here sample is child class. Okay, these are all the parents. Pre is one parent, show is one parent. I am explaining inheritance concept. So it is multiple inheritance. This is one class, this is one class. I am showing two. Then these members, parent members, what is the parent members here? One is show time, one is print. We can override this one here. We can implement it. After that, in the main method, I created object for the subclass, nothing but child class. Then with the reference variable, I dot methods, whatever the here implemented methods, we have to invoke that one, right? And a reference variable dot okay, yeah. Okay, I will repeat again. Okay, at least now respond. My voice is clear. My voice is clear. My screen is visible. Thanks. Interface. So what I am trying to explain here, in the inheritance concept, we can't achieve multiple inheritance, right? Multiple inheritance we have to achieve in the interfaces, not in the inheritance. For that purpose, I explained yesterday interfaces, how interfaces is working. After that, for achieve that multiple inheritance, I took one interface, right? Interface identifier is pre. After that, again I took one more interface, that is show. Interface contains abstract methods. Abstract methods nothing but it doesn't contain any body, but class contains full body, implemented body. Otherwise it will throw error. See here. See, this is one class, right? Credit is one class. Suppose class doesn't contain, only in the interfaces only abstract methods available. First point. But in the abstract class, it contains both implemented and unimplemented. But in the interface, strictly only abstract methods available. But in the class, fully implemented class should be available. See here, this is class. In the class, what is my class name here? Credit. In the credit, this is the abstract method, but it is showing the error. Let me take the mouse on it. It is giving the information, suggestion that add body. Why? Because of it is a class. Class contain must and should the implemented methods, but interface contains unimplemented methods. Abstract contains both implemented as well as unimplemented. Otherwise, it is giving them one more suggestion: change credit to pay. Nothing but class dot method to abstract. Why? It is allowed. If you put the abstract, I won't throw the error. Otherwise, if you give the body, I won't throw the error. This is the suggestion from the IDE. I will go with the body. See here, body. Then it won't throw the any error. That is clear, right? Interface contains abstract method. Abstract method nothing but it doesn't contain any implemented body. So now I want to implement. Implements keyword we have to use for interfaces. If it is a inheritance, then we have to give extends. But we can't achieve the multiple inheritance in the inheritance concept. That's why we have the interface. So I took two interfaces. That's why I used keyword as a implements. After that, pre is one interface name. Again, show is also one interface name. Simple. Here, don't go to the confusion or any ambiguity. Simple. Here, if you remove the this is class. Class and identifier is show. But if you give the interface, we will call interface. Simple. If you give the interface means it's a interface. If you give the class, simple. Don't think beyond this box. Simple. Keep it simple. Okay. It's became interface. Simple. If you give the abstract, it's became okay. We'll back to class expression. Okay. It two inheritance. I want to achieve the multiple inheritance. That's why implements keyword. I overrided this one. Remember this. Keep in mind. Overrided. Why overrided? It is a parent class. Parent class has the one method, and same method I want to use in the subclass. Okay, this point will come in the polymorphism. Okay, with the override annotations, I overrided the same method. What here in the interface, one method available, that is print. Same I used in the subclass. Again in the second interface show, it has one method, that is show time. Again I used that one in the subclass by using the override. Again, after that in the main method, I created object for the subclass. Why? We have to create an object for the classes only. Okay? After this, sample. Sample is here, subclass. I created object for the subclass. After that, my reference variable is I. I dot, I'm invoking the implemented method. Then whatever we wrote the logic, it will execute. Again I dot show time. Let me invoke this one with the object. Why? Because it is a non-static method. That's it. This is the simple thing about interfaces. In two interfaces, we have to achieve the multiple inheritance through this way. Let me go to the coding. libraries. Let me go through the C package. Is this only 2 classes here? Okay. Com has how many classes? A lot of classes. Okay, we also same. Okay, these are also multiple classes. Okay, let me create one class on com.car package. In the com.package, let me go to the let me remove this all these things, tabs. You see the yesterday's classes, all interfaces. Let me remove this one. Okay, clean. Now let me create one interface. So interface what should I give? I will give same name here. What is here? Because since you have understood pre, just to copy this one, you can give any name, but I will give for your understand. Why? Because of here it won't contain nothing but abstract methods. What is here abstract method? I wrote print. Let me copy this one same here, paste over here. This is one. Let me write 1.1. You know what is mean by 1.1. First example, subclass is 1. Again, let me create one more interface. In the interface, let me take what is your class name, show. Copy this one. Again, paste over here. In the field, interface created. Now, what is your method? Show type. Let's simply copy paste over here. Simple. So I have two interfaces. 1.2. Two interfaces. Now what I have to do? I have to create one class, not interface. This is class. Class name is sample. This is interface. Show. Now I have to create one class name as sample. After that I have to achieve the multiple inheritance. For that purpose I have to right click on it. Now I will choose class sample. Now after this implements keyword. Why? Because of I have to implement both. What it contains? Class name is pre. First class name is pre. Just paste here, comma, show is my 1.2 second class. That's it. And it is showing the error because of pre and show. These interfaces contains abstract methods. Abstract methods nothing but it doesn't contain any body. I have to implement these two methods in the sample class. That is why it is showing the error. If you mouse over on it, it will give the suggestions, add unimplemented methods. One option. Otherwise, make type sample as abstract. These two are options. Abstract already we know, done. Let me go to the achieve the multiple inheritance. So let me choose this one. See here. I am overriding the print method. This method coming from one interface, right? Assume it is a one parent class. Remember, keep in mind, I will explain this one again in the polymorphism class. Okay, this is parent class. In the parent class members, we can achieve by the inheritance. Here, multiple inheritance we can't achieve. That's why we have the interfaces. Now, with the implements keyword, I implemented two classes, two interfaces. Then we have to override print method from the parent class. For that purpose, if you go and hit on this one, it will come two methods which belongs to interface. Interface contains one print method. Show contains show time method. These two from the child, these two from the parent, I am overriding in the child class. Then all two methods will come to my class. What is from the first class? From the pre interface contains one method, print. From the show interface contains show time. I have to implement this one in the class, right? Already I explained this one. Class nothing but fully implemented. Abstract nothing but from the for your beginning I wrote simple lines, but in the real time you can see. Let me create one main method. Okay. For that purpose again I have to create one more class. Assume this is a, what is that, 1.3, right? First example sub 1.1, first example second class, first example third class. Now let me write one more class. In the real time also we have to deal with multiple classes. Now let me create, okay, it shouldn't contain any spaces. Let me remove. Okay, clear. Now I created one class that is nothing but multiple inheritance sample. After that I took public static void main method. Now I have to create object for the what? Class only. What is here class? In the 1.3 class is sample. Now then if you create object for the sample, we can invoke the non-static methods. For that purpose sample is my class name. Now we know how to create the object with the new keyword. Okay, one more method is here. This is the, actually we have classes. One is the interface. Interface name is pre1. One is the interface is pre, and one more interface, that is show. We have two interfaces, right? In the two interfaces it contains abstract methods. Clear? In the abstract methods, to implement for this purpose I created one class. Okay, I created one class. Class name is show. Sample. Actually sample. Sample is I created one class. After that I used this one implements. Right? With the implements keyword. I implemented the pre-class. After that again show. These two are the interfaces. Then these all methods must and should implemented by this class. For that purpose I have to override it. So parent class members inherited by the class with the annotation override in the interface. Then I implemented some simple logic here. Why? Because of it is doesn't contain any body. Print. Okay, here show time. In the show time doesn't contain any body. I have to implement on business logic. For that purpose, for your understanding, I wrote simple logic, simple line, that is system.out.println. I wrote this one. After that, so what I done? Abstract method implemented in the class. Again, I overrided one more method from the parent, print. With the annotation override, I implemented that method, abstract method, in the class sample. So what is here method? Print. What is the method available in the parent? That is print. It is abstract method. I implemented here this one, message from the show class. This is I implemented in the class. In this class I implemented. After that I created one class. name is multiple inheritance sample. Clear? After that, I took one main method. In the main method, I created object for the class. What is this class? Sample. This is the subclass, right? So for that, I created one class. After that, with the reference variable, we can invoke the non-static methods, right? See here, public void show time. There is no static keyword. That's why I used the reference variable day. Object dot non-static method, then it will pointing down to this method. Then it will print on the console. Take different color. Let me print on the console this one. Again I am invoking the second method. What is that method? Day show. Show time. Day dot show time. Then it will call the this one. This method. Then whatever the implementation wrote here, it will come and it will print on the console. This method result is this one. Message from the pre-class. That is the execution flow of multiple inheritance. Clear? We can achieve this one in the interfaces only. Okay. That is the thing. Here execution happening. Actually, it will happen. Actually, this transmission will happen in the code. Any code. Clear? Now, let me start the today topic. Simple concept. It is also related with that only. So, if you learn abstract, you can understand the interface. If you understand the interface, you can understand the polymorphism. All are the connection topics. Now, I will explain the polymorphism. Okay? Okay, see here, today's topic is polymorphism. In a Java, polymorphism is one of the core principle. Okay, it's an object-oriented program, and the word polymorphism is many forms. Okay, poly means many, and morphism means forms. So why they are calling it as a polymorphism is, at the time of compile time, right? At the time of compile time, it is showing the behavior one type. Again, at the runtime, it is showing one type. Okay, object only at the time of compile time, showing behavior is different, and object only at the time of runtime. Go to the definition. Polymorphism is the ability a single function or method object have the different way of based on the context and decided by the compiler at the compile time and as well as the execution time. So we have the two types of polymorphism. One is compile time polymorphism and one is runtime polymorphism. If you go to the compile time polymorphism, it is in the Java achieved through the method overloading. Okay, method overloading at the time of we can achieve this compile time polymorphism, right? Compile time polymorphism we can achieve in the same class as well and the same method and the different parameters. Okay, these are all the points. Different parameters but the same class, same method. Okay, let me write this one. What is that? Compile time overloading. What is meant by method overloading? Means suppose I have one class demo, void, what can I take? Pay. Pay is one method and this parameter is int a. This is one method. I am explaining at the class level, not at all in the interfaces or abstract level. After that, void, again same method, but now parameter is different. String, let me take name, and this is one method. Again, let me take same method. Observe this one carefully. So, okay. So, compile time polymorphism nothing but method overloading. Okay. I took one class. This is one method. Let me write here. Let me write one. First method. This is second method. Why? Because of parameter is different. This is integer a. This is string name. Now I took here same method. One method. I will give this one 3. Now if I add one more variable, one more parameter, it is a different one. It is a different one. But method is same in the same class. In the same class, method is same. Pay is one method, pay is one method, pay is one method. Again, now same example. Second only I will repeat. I don't take anything. Copy this one, name. Now integer a. See here, first thing I took a single parameter, integer a. In the second method I took the different parameter, string name. After that, same method, integer a and integer b, different. Again, in the same method, string name and integer a. This is called method overloading. What is meant by method overloading? Means same class, same method. We are writing multiple times this method in the same class only. But if you write the different parameters, int a, string name, int a, int b, string name, int a, this is called method overloading. Okay, we will go to the official definition now. In the compile time point, I choose the method. Method overriding. Okay, this is a parent and subclass. Okay, this is the thing. Compile time polymorphism in the Java I choose through method overriding, where the multiple methods in the same class have the same method. Right? This is the thing. So we can achieve this compile time in the same class. In the same class, what I took same class? Demo is my same class. And moreover, have the same method name. What is my same method name? Is pay. Right? In the same class, same method. But parameters is different. Here single parameter. Here parameter type is different. Here two parameter. Here is order parameter. Order is different. So this is one parameter. This is the different parameter. This parameter number is multiple, nothing but 2 here. Here is single. Here order. We can give one more thing also. Otherwise order means okay. See here, integer A, integer B. I will write this one also. Copy this one. So here same method. Third one and integer integer a and b. In the fifth also integer a and b. Both are the same. If you write this one in the code, it will show the error, duplicity. Then I will change the order. What is the order here? First comes integer a, next integer b. I will change the order simply. First integer b, a. Here in the third one, first come integer a, after integer b. I simply changed the order. Nothing deal, not much deal. This is called method signature. Clear? Method signature nothing but in the same class. What is here? How many classes here? Only one class. Right? Here only one class. That name is demo. In the same class, same signature. What is your same signature? Same signature of the method means public. In the second method also, loading. What is the best example for here method overloading here? Suppose, let me take as a, in the real time, WhatsApp. Okay. Suppose sent is one method, assume. What we can send in the WhatsApp? We can send as a text. After that, same method, we can send as a number, right? It might be phone number or any passcodes. And send as a mojos, something, images. See here, what is the best thing is system.out.println. In this, we have object. See here, let it, otherwise day. In the method overloading only, this is, we know, famous. This is familiar with us. I mean, familiarly know. System.out.println, right? Now, same thing. If you want to send text means, you can write text. Text in the form of, I will explain in the here also. So what is this one? System.out.println. If suppose I want to write a string, then I have to take as a string. If I want to write as a number, then I have to take as a long. Then I have to write as a integer. If you take integer, if I give any number, just save this one, 89 will print. It's actually multiple in here console, 89 will print. See here. Clear? 89 will print. Now I want to send same method. This is called method signature. I mean, this is also one of the method. For best example is system.out.println in your PC. Now, let me write boolean. What I have to take here? Boolean true. Okay, just save this one. Let me print true case. Now again. See, I am explaining method overloading. Now let me take a string. See here, println. Same methods, but type is different. Here, type is boolean, char integer, char array, boolean, double, float, integer, long, object, and string. This is the best example for the method overloading. Clear? Now, let me write one example for this one. What can I write? Can I write method? Let me write example for method overloading. Let me create one class. Create one class name as method over demo. Simple. Okay, method over load demo. Okay, see here, what is my thing here? Same class, same method signature. For the purpose, what I have to take here? Let me take integer is my return. Observe this one. Why we know what is the return types. That's why let me take add. Now let me take now different parameters a and integer b. Now what it is throwing error? We have to write return type a plus b. Simple. It will return, it will take the arguments and it will did some action, some operation, then it will return when we are calling this method, it will return the result. It might be, suppose if I give the 2 plus 2, then it will 4 will return whenever we are calling this method. That's why integer is the return type. Now same thing. Now same, I will copy this one. Same method I will copy and I will paste over here. Now I will take different, see here it is showing the error. Why? It is a duplicate. If you go mouse over on this, rename method add, otherwise it is informing that we have the two methods with the same parameters. If you remove the add and give the another method name, then it won't throw the error. That is the meaning of that one. Now I want to add one more thing. Explain the method overload. For that purpose I will give C. Then I will give here C. Simple. See here. How many parameters? Number of parameters. Here 2. Here 3 parameters. Integer A, integer B and integer C. And result will come as a 6. Whenever we are calling this method, the method will return 6. Simple. Same as now. This is the simple method overloading. Why? Same class, same method signature. What is your method signature? Public integer add. This is one method. Same method signature. Public. Integer is a return type. Integer is a return type. Method name is add. But different is number. Here 2 parameters. Here 3 parameters. If I want to remove this one, then it will throw the error. Why? Because of it is a duplicate. See here, duplicate method. Duplicate nothing but repeated number of times. So let me add the different parameters. Now let me create one class. You know, this is the one. Okay, what is my class name here? In the 1.1 method overlay demo is my class name. I will create with the new keyword with the object. Let me copy this one. Let me give it as a, then it will calculate and it will give the some result. Now what is my MAPH? This is my object. See here, whenever I am invoking the methods, it is giving the two types. Add method, number is 2 here, integer A and integer B. From the return type is integer, not void. From the method overload demo class. Now I have to give here parameter. Simple came 10, B became 10, and it will enter into the block. It will done some operation. Then 10 plus 10 give integer. Now save this one. Now let me print that one. System.out.println. Whatever the result, that is nothing but 20. Copy this one and paste over here. Save this one and indentations. Now let me run first code. Let me see the result. 20 came on the console. Now let me work this as well. For that purpose, whenever I gave the arguments 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, 30, it will go to this method and it will add a as a 10 plus again 10 plus again 10. Then it will result is 30. It is returning the 30 where variable. It will return as a 30. We are store that one. See here, it is returning one value. I want to store that one. Whatever the result coming from this method equal to symbol, let me take num2. Then in the num2 it will store the result. Okay, save this one. Now, so let me print that result as well. Here num2, copy this one, num2. Let me give the explicit meaning thing. What can I write? Result and result 2. Simple words. Just save this one and run this execution. Result 1 20. Why I gave here argument as 10 plus 10 and 10. It will go into this method. It will store 10 plus 10 and it will give the 20 result. This one, first line. After that, I gave the arguments 10, 10, 10. Then it will go to this one. It will store integer a as a 10, integer b as a 10, integer c as a 10. Then it will give the result 30. And we are invoking this method and it is returning result. This method operation result will store in the num. If I print num2 and it will give the 30. Simple. If I give the big number, right, it is a very standard class calculation. If I give big numbers, that's we can write in calculator also. I mean, we can do in the fingertips also. But if you give the different numbers, then only we have to use for programs meaningfully. For your understanding, first I wrote 10 plus 10. After that, I gave the different numbers. These are all included, accumulated. It will give the different result. That is the thing about the method over loading. This is a example for method overload. What is meant by method overload? Final words, same class, same method signature. We have the two methods, but order is, number is different. Otherwise, type is different, order is different. See here integer A, integer B, but I reverse the order, integer B, integer A. This is also unique. Like that only we can achieve the multiple overriding. Method overloading. Now, this is already known concept. Nothing but method overload. At the time of runtime, Java occurs going to the subclass provides a specific implementation of the method that is already defined in the superclass. Same method type, see here, same method name, same method parameter, same return type, but it's not in the exist class. It's not in the same class. In the same class, different methods. I mean, in the same class, same method, but different parameters. But if you come to the topic of method overloading, it will deal with the superclass. Superclass nothing but parent class. Now, we saw that already in the previous classes, in the interfaces. Where is that? This one. Showtime is the method coming from parent class, right? In the parent class, showtime available. In the subclass nothing but child class, by using the override annotation, we are implemented that one. That is nothing but override concept. Already we know the override concept. Method override. The method that gets the executed is determined at the runtime, not at the compile time. So rules of the method override must and should be inherited from the parent class, right? We are inherited this showtime from the parent class. This is the coming from parent class as a show. That is one rule. After that, method signatures should be exactly same, right? So in the method signature is void and method name is showtime. Exactly same in the here also. If you remove the public, if you put here, otherwise public here. Simple. So method signature is same. Public, return type is void, showtime. This is called method signature. In the child class also, method signature is same. That only point here. Method signature must and should be same. Access modifier in the child class must be same or more visible. So must be same is public. I gave the public. After that, use @override annotation. It's optional but recommended one. So already done. @override annotation we have to mention. After that, can't override final static private methods. Okay. So in the parent class, if it is a final, see here, in the show class, if it is a method is a final, then it is showing the error. Right? It is showing the error. We can't illegal modifier. We can't override this one into the next class, even though it is the same package. That is the meaning of we can't override the method if it is a final keyword, it is a final method, otherwise static, otherwise private methods. That is the meaning of this one. If you remove the final keyword public, it is a public method in the class, then it will show the error here. In the this one, we can't override this one. Okay, it's a public. It can't visible, it is showing it is giving the suggestion, and one more suggestion, remove the override annotation. It will give the two annotation. Why? Because of it is a private. If you remove this private, then it won't throw any error here. Error gone. Clear? That is the thing about method overriding and method overloading. Okay. Exception handling we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay, that's it about today class. So we discussed about multiple inheritance from the interface. This is pending, right? Multiple inheritance we discussed today class. After that we discussed polymorphism. Okay, polymorphism. We can achieve this polymorphism two times. Like one is at the time of compile time, one is at the time of runtime. Compile time polymorphism we will call as a method overloaded. At the runtime we will call as a method overriding. Clear? So see here example. Compile time method overloading. Method overloading nothing but same class, same method signature, but parameter type is different. Here integer is type, here string is type. Here order is one order, here order is different, and here type is also different. String is one type, integer one type. So these are all the types of method overloading. Method overriding already we know. This is the whenever come to the picture method overriding, it is coming from superclass and their child class. In the superclass already one method available, same method, same parameter, same return type. We are implementing, otherwise overriding that one into the subclass, and we are providing the implementation. Otherwise we are achieving that one. We can achieve this override in the inheritance concept as well as interface concept as well. So in the case of whole and resolution, okay. So annotation means simple definition annotations. It is a very, very important point. Annotations is the important concept. In the AEM, we are using more annotations, R7 annotations, and in the sling models we have the several annotations like at the rate value map value, at the rate inject, right? At the rate component, at the rate child class, right? Right? These are all the annotations we are using more in the AEM. So what is meant by annotation? Simple definition. And annotation is Java special meta type. Metadata nothing but data about data. Okay? Metadata nothing but data about data, and tag that you can use this provide additional information. So if you use the annotations like at the rate override, these annotations to this method, it will provide metadata, and at that compile time it won't throw any error. It will execute happily. It doesn't affect the program logic, but use the compile or the tools at the compile time runtime. Okay. Metadata, information about the code. So simple, what is meant by metadata means, suppose, see here, these are all the things. Okay. Let me go to the WhatsApp. Okay, let me go to one folder, any folder. Let me open the folder. What is meant by metadata means simple question only, not much. See here, let me open the desktop. See here, can I say, see here, templates. Template is one image. Okay, how I come to know it is an image? If you go to the date modifier, templates, it's a date modified at 6/8/2025 at 4:50. After that it's a PNG file. After that it is a KB, 734 KB. This is called metadata. Metadata nothing but this is one data. The data telling about data. See here, this is one data about image. This is the data. It is telling about information of this data. See here, when it is created, what is this type, what is the KB. This is called metadata. Clear? Same as the metadata nothing but we are using the annotations over here in this override, informing that about this method. Simple. It has some backend code like a keywords, like a predefined classes, right? Like that only. It is a one metadata. That override is a informing metadata. It will give the information about methods. Simple. Clear? That's it about annotations in the simple definitions, informing about the code, not itself stored using the annotations. Okay. That is the meaning of annotations. Keep in mind, Annotations is very important thing. If you go to the AEM, we will use mostly annotations. Okay, nice. All right. Exception handling, very important concept. Please concentrate on this exception handling. I will explain this one tomorrow online. Bye bye. That's it tomorrow.